Harris playlist. It will help you to catch up quickly. And please understand that these prophetic words are not coming from TV or popular references or pop culture or anything like that. This is God speaking to a person now in the modern times to speak to the biggest and most influential world player that there has possibly ever been, that your time of being the biggest and most influential is at an end. God is getting ready to finish all the kingdoms of the world, and America, for the weight of sin and immorality that you have piled up, you are unfortunately going to be that example that will be publicly taken care of in front of the whole world as an example. So here is the prophecy. It is called 2 More Good Years. And this is just literally typed from a prayer session that I was having on October the 5th, 2022. So it's called two more good years. And what happened is that every day I set aside time to pray. Sometimes it's an hour, sometimes it's 2.5 hours. It depends as the Lord leads. Sometimes it's only 45 minutes. And I've been doing this for 3 years. But in September, the Lord began to interject into that call, and live prophecy began to come. So we would be praying about something else, and all of a sudden I would begin to see images, visions, live things happening in front of my eyes, just live downloads into my spirit that I just begin to speak out. And after a few times of this happening, I got the idea, hey, let me record this. And so I started recording it. But beyond that, we just normally call and pray on the line, because this ministry needs to be very strongly covered in prayer. I'm not here talking about Mickey Mouse and the Smurfs. I'm here covering very serious things. And if you've been here for even 5 minutes, you know that whatever the Lord gives me, I speak it. I say names. I'm not here to mystify people and tell them, oh, a very big pastor, because people are trying to avoid this and that. If the Lord really sent you, you will stand up and you will deliver the word as he gave it to you. And that is what will separate you from the people who are only just posturing for clout. This is a tough prophecy and it has many moving parts. And if you're an old subscriber, you will not hear much in here that's new. But if you are new, almost everything will be shattering for you. And it is time for us to strengthen ourselves in the Lord. It is time for us to get over this weakness and this wavering that comes every time we hear the prophetic word, because we think, or someone has told us, that prophecy is supposed to only edify us and make us feel good. The amount of deception that is out there, even if I sat here for 100 years, I would not be able to shovel it all out of the pit of confusion that the church has become, that we believe that in the end times, the prophecy that has come to rebuke and judge sin, to cut the fat off the church so that she can have a chance of survival. Imagine people trying to vet that prophecy by talking about, is she speaking with love? May God help his people. Here is the word. Everything is changing. Everything is changing. In a short time, everything will change. The good years are almost done. 2 more good years and everything will change. War is coming. War to America. A violent civil war that is already rising. Soon it will break out in the open. A very violent war. Brother will rise against brother and blood will flow in this country. The reasons for war are everywhere already. But in 2 more years, it will be seen by everyone. 2 more good years and then war. America will stand at the precipice of another civil war. Thus says the Lord. A while back, I was bringing a prophecy called Ezekiel 13. It was concerning ex-president Donald Trump. And the Lord was saying that President Trump would come down off the post of leadership. He was showing him standing on a podium, and the podium was cracked and crumbling. And the man seemed defeated and tired. And I said that, at that time, I think he was 73 or 74. I said, to me, he looked every one of his 70 plus years. And in that prophecy, the Lord made a statement, and he said that soon America will begin to experience rapid fire changes where it would seem as if the ground was moving under our feet, and that we couldn't trust anything, that there would be so many changes coming to the nation back to back to back that we would be stressed. And he said that in the first month, America was going to experience changes. And this was at the end of the year 2020. And then we came into January 2021, and in 6 days we had that absolutely shocking unrest at the capital of the nation. And I remember people calling me and saying, you said it. And I'm thinking that I would wish people would have an understanding that the fulfillment of these things is not going to be easy for this country. There's no such thing as you said it. First of all, I'm not in a competition with anyone. I absolutely know what God has given me. And a lot of what the Lord has given me, nobody will confirm it because it's not easy to say. So I'm not waiting to have 6 other people pop up with the same thing and then say, yes, you see, so it was confirmed everywhere else. So God has been saying since 2020, I think in the middle of the year, 2 prophecies came, one in July, one in August. One is called War is Coming, and the other one is called Prepare for War. And God was saying that America will surely have a violent civil war, a civil war that blood is going to run in the streets the way we always see it on TV when other people are bleeding from their civil wars, their civil conflicts. And it would be a war where people in America would separate based on ideology. So this is why it's definitely going to be rooted in politics. It's also going to be rooted in the way the government interacts with the citizens. And so he said that it would be rooted in ideology. That would be the starting point. People would not be able to have civil conversations with one another. People would not be able to find common ground. American will be unable to relate with American until basically people in their hearts will write off huge chunks of people. So racially, huge chunks of one race will just write off the other race and just be like, well, they're all this and they're all that. And gender and different types of, you see the different wars that we're having in sexuality and things like that. People would find it's not real, but it would seem to people as if there's absolutely no point of commonality. And therefore, when you come to that point where you feel you have no common ground with someone else, then whether that person lives or dies becomes very teeny tiny important to you. And so that's why this war will be so violent, because people will literally feel that they are fighting against and eliminating trash. The next part of this prophecy is the coming of Kamala Harris. This is nothing new. I have been speaking this since November 2020 when God first showed it to me. So as I was on this prayer call and I was saying out of my mouth, 2 more good years and war, everything is changing, a bloody war. This is how it was coming out. What I was seeing as I was saying that is I saw that outdoor place where the U.S. presidents take their oath of office. So, they're always outside at that raised outside place. I don't know where exactly, but they're always out there. And I saw that outdoor podium, and it was a sunny, windy day. And Kamala Harris was giving a speech at the podium. She was wearing a suit and gloves, and she was saying something along the lines of this. This is what I can remember, and this is what I wrote down. Today is a great day. Today is a great day. Today is an unheard of historic day, not just for me, but for all women and for America. For the first time in our nation's history, we have a female in the White House, and she's not performing another duty. She is not the Secretary of State. She is not a member of staff. She is not a part of the cabinet. She is in the top seat, the top position. She is in the Oval Office, the driver's seat. She is the President of the United States. And then the image changed, and I saw her raising one hand, and she was taking her oath of office. And Obama was standing right within that picture frame. So he was standing right there near the podium while she was taking her oath of office. And the feeling that I had as I was looking at this picture, first of all, I was telling the people on the call, you won't believe what I'm seeing. You just will not believe what I am seeing. This woman is right in front of my eyes right now, saying that she is the president, saying that it's a great day for America, and saying that she's going to take her oath. So I was telling them the vision, and there were feelings coming into my heart. And the feeling that was coming into my heart is that whether or not she was standing there taking the oath of office and, making all these words as she was confirmed, it was that there will be some kind of interruption, and that this woman will also not be able to complete the full 4-year term that she is supposed to. I felt that there was something else behind her confirmation. And so God even mentioned at that point that America will come under the control of a series of governors. But he didn't elaborate on that. And so it was not given to me to explain to others on that phone call what exactly it meant. I just told them what I saw. Her reading that it was the first time in America's history that a woman was president. I also told them that I saw Obama standing there as she was being confirmed. And I also told them the feeling that I was having, that there would be yet another interruption and that she would not finish her term. And the Lord was saying this, say that the beast and the beast system is very disloyal, and that America is at risk if she is busy trusting her leaders, because her leaders don't actually work for her. The feeling that I was coming up with, and I was speaking it out, is that these people belong to a very high level and secretive club. But the mistake that they make is that they think that by working hard in that club and by carrying out their roles and what they're supposed to do, they actually think that they have been clued into the full plan. So they're told, this is your assignment, this is your assignment. And then they feel that by carrying out those assignments, they're being extremely faithful to the overall plan. And basically, they believe they have all the pieces when they don't. And God said that that is their mistake, because they do not know that the beast is a single player only. And I just put up the prophecy for that. It's called Ready Player One, and it goes greatly into depth about this comment that God said that the beast is a single player only. Said Satan is the power that empowers the beast and the beast system. And Satan doesn't leave loose ends, because Satan isn't loyal.